Whatever happened to keeping one's idiocy in the closet? Because it seems that in 2018, some people have such an insatiable thirst for fame, even if that fame is predicated on a sublime act of stupidity. Meet Tara Myers of Bradenton, Florida. She recently took her 7-year-old son, Brennan, to a local beach, and well, they ended up having a really bad day. You see, Mama Myers thought it would be a really groovy idea to bring a swan-shaped flotation device that's primarily designed for swimming pool use. Apparently, she was oblivious to the idea of, currents and tides and undertows and other oceanic factors that tend to sweep people and things out to the deep blue sea, which is, of course, exactly what happened. And when Mama realized the beach was becoming ever more distant and that the swan wasn't tethered to a motorboat, well, she began paddling incessantly, but it was too little too late as the swan was headed toward international waters. Eventually, noticing that the oversized swan was more than a mile away from the shoreline, thankfully some observant people called 911. A rescue boat from the West Manatee Fire Department was dispatched, bringing mother and son back to land. Mama later told TV station WFLA, quote, "I literally just laid down on that swan float and cried so hard because this could have ended so much worse, and I didn't want Brennan to know that I was that scared," end quote. But here's the thing, the real story here isn't Mama's dumb mistake, nor the rescue efforts, especially since everything ended up happily ever after. No, the story here is that the media didn't go hounding Myers to compose one of those "will you hear about this idiot" kind of stories. Rather, Mama went to the media. Now, I don't know about you folks, but if I had ever done something so cosmically stupid that it ended up putting a child in mortal danger, I think I'd crawl under a rock for a month in case some nosy Parker journalist came a-calling. But Mama apparently thought this tale would make for a jolly good ABC after-school special. I can only imagine the phone call to the various media outlets. "Hi, I'm Tara Myers. Do you guys want to do a story about someone so stupid she actually put herself and her young son in mortal peril?" You know, it's reminiscent of another story of sublime idiocy and entitlement that we chronicled in this space just a few months ago. Remember 27-year-old Victoria Monroe? She's the one who fell asleep during her short GO train commute from downtown Toronto to her home in Durham region. At the last stop, the train was parked and locked up, and whoever was entrusted to check for passengers who had yet to get off somehow missed the snoozing Monroe, perhaps because she was slumped over in her seat. But hey, mistakes occur, stuff happens, that's life, and we all move on, right? No, because after dwelling on her GO transit indignity, one that was of her own making, Monroe decided she wants an apology, but of course. And like Tara Myers, Victoria Monroe thought it would be a good idea for the media to chronicle her idiocy too. Check it out.
What is happening? Where am I? Where's everybody else, right? I started panicking.
Victoria Monroe took a GO train trip she won't soon forget.
I actually fell asleep, of course. It was a long day. I woke up to about 16 missed calls from my boyfriend.
It was 1:30 a.m. and Monroe found herself locked inside the train.
I'm sitting there on a train, partially lit, freaking out. No food. I have no idea where I am. I could be anywhere in the GTA. I don't know where they park trains.
Oh my God, she was deprived of food for almost an hour, and she missed no fewer than 16 phone calls from her anxious boyfriend. So now Monroe is apparently suffering from, some sort of PTSD. She claims she's still full of anxiety about what happened, an experience that is all the more horrifically complicated based on hypothetical things that could have happened to her, but didn't happen to her.
What if I woke up and my phone was dead? I would be there till the morning. Or what if I was diabetic like my brother? Would have been in a coma, no food, no water. There's so many possibilities. That's the terrifying part.
You know, I think of Andy Warhol's most notable quotable back in 1966. He predicted that, quote, "In the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes," end quote. Mr. Warhol was indeed prophetic. It's just that I wonder if he realized back then that people in our present day would become temporarily famous, not for being ingenious, but for being idiotic. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.